Karen brings husband to beat up 14-year-old employee over wrong pizza.
She came running all the way over here and she hit me. And she started hitting me, so I fought back.
Well, he wants to hit little girls. He's gonna go to jail.
How is she 14 working here? You're supposed to be 18, right?
I said, no, motherfucker. And I grabbed him from his shirt and I pulled him off and I threw him in the corner right there.
So we went out there and she was like, boom. I'm like, okay, let's go. Bow.
On July 22nd, 2023, officers responded to a restaurant following reports of a disturbance involving a customer and multiple employees after a dispute over a food order escalated into a physical altercation.
What's going on?
They were fighting inside.
Who's they? Where's the other people at? What's going on?
So I came over here because I had made a mistake. So I came in here, I said, hey, I was talking to the girls. I said, hey, look, I made a mistake on my order. Is there any chance you guys can switch it out for what I want? I'll pay for the rest, whatever, cool. She was like, yeah, no worries. She's like, well, they were looking at my order and they were like, oh, but it says thin crust here, da da. I was like, yeah. I was like, I made the mistake. I'm sorry. I just wanted it to be fixed. That's it, cool. There was no problem between me and the girls. They went in the back. They told one of the workers there, and then that worker was like all out. She's a f***ing lying. And I was like, bro, like, for real? Like, at your own job? You know? And so I was like, hey, what's his name? I need his name. They didn't give me his name. They were, one of the girls, the one that fought me, was there sitting there laughing about it and was like, they were all whispering, they're like, she heard it. So then that's when that dude, the manager, he came to the front. When I come here, I order from him only. So this is all new to me, you know? I had asked him, I said, hey, is that your worker right there? He was like, yeah, and I was like, well, I just want to let you know what he said. I said, I was ordering, I admitted my wrongs, and I just said, hey, I made a mistake, I just want it fixed.
Yeah.
And he called me a lying. And then the dude stands there like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a female, like, I'm not gonna argue with you, you're a man. So I was like, what's up, dude? Like, I'm talking about you obviously. He's standing there like he's trying to intimidate me. Then he walks back, my husband comes because he's like, what's going on? What's taking for so long? And he heard the dude.
Is he inside or is your husband?
No, he's at home. But he came to tell the dude to come and apologize. And then I don't know how that escalated. And I saw the girl, the little young girl, I saw her hit him. And I told her, I said, don't hit him. I was like, because then I'm gonna get involved. She came, and you'll see it in the thing, she came running all the way up over here, and she hit me. And she started hitting me, so I fought back. That's all I can do. I wasn't here to fight. I just wanted my order fixed, and that was it.
So you ordered it wrong by accident.
By accident.
They did the order that you ordered. You realized you was wrong.
Yeah.
Or that you made a mistake.
Yes.
So you said, I'm sorry. I know I ordered crispy, but I meant this one.
Yes.
Can I order what I should be ordering rather than the one that you gave me? Can I get it fixed?
Exactly.
Everything was okay from then. So then that dude in the back, the cook out there.
Yeah.
Boyfriend.
He's at home.
Well, he's gonna here. He wants to hit little girls. He's gonna go to jail.
What do you mean he didn't hit a little
I have
girl?
5 different people telling me that he slammed
Yeah,
the chick.
they're all defending her, but he did not hit. I'm telling you,
Okay, well,
he
he
did
needs
not.
to come back.
Well, while he's at the house, we can go to the house. He did not hit her. He was trying to get her off of me because she was attacking me. She was the one that attacked me first. If you watch the videos, you will see she came up to me.
I don't know. This sounds like a lot of yap. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure she's lying. She's a pretty good liar, though, I must say. I imagine they're gonna check the cameras and prove she's wrong, but she's a pretty good liar. I'll admit that.
Behind the bar, I was staying where I was at because I didn't want any trouble. Yes.
And then that's when.
She was antagonizing when my man was fighting with the dude. She was antagonizing it. She was there.
So how did she get involved if you?
That's what I'm saying. She had nothing involved. She just got involved because they started the two guys.
And who are you dealing with?
I was dealing with the two young girls. There's one that has glasses. I think she has glasses, and then another one, she's a little bit dark skinned.
Skinny one and the heavier set one?
Yeah. The skinny one is the one I fought, the younger one. She said they're 14. How is she 14 working here? They're supposed to be 18, right?
I don't know what the law is now. And so who are you dealing with about the order? Was it the big heavy set one?
Yeah, the big heavy set one.
And she was okay? She was cool with the order?
She was cool. Everybody was cool. Literally, it was so cool.
So what started the whole with her and your boyfriend and your?
Because the guy started saying lying. And then when I was talking to the manager, telling him what he said to me, complaining about it, that's when he was like, that's when he came over here and he went to go and he looked at me like this, up and down, got his drink, and then came over here and stood right next to the manager. And I was like, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? And the manager was telling him, dude, like, stop. Like, that's when it all started to escalate, when he started to come over here and talk to me for no reason. My
That
husband
dude,
is
the male guy?
Yeah. My husband saw what he did. So that's when
Yo, this is whole yap. yo, we do not need to listen to this. Let's just cut the yap and just look at what happened on the cameras and then see what happened. You don't even need to talk to the people inside. You don't need to talk to this woman. Just look at the cameras that are inside and figure out what happened.
And my husband was telling him, go say sorry. I don't know how all of that escalated, because by the time that escalated, it was with me and this girl right here
Arguing with each other. Why did your husband just leave like that if it was just a fight? I mean, people fight. I mean, we're not.
He doesn't like to be involved in stuff like this. He has a job that he could lose. He doesn't like to be and stuff like
But
this.
by him coming like that, it now makes him involved because I gotta go talk to him now.
Yeah.
So that's why if he would have just stayed here, I could have been like, okay. So, is there a way you could call him to get back here so I don't have to go to your house?
Yeah, but that whole he hit a little girl, he didn't. He wasn't fighting.
I haven't talked to anybody there. So see if you can get your husband back here. If not, I'm gonna have to go, and that makes issues worse. Okay, I don't want issues to be worse. But if he can come here and talk to us, then I'll settle it out. But if I have to go find him, then it makes it a big issue.
Okay.
So I'm Officer Knight with the SPL Police Department.
How's it going?
Can you just tell me what unfolded? I know you talked to the officers, but they kind of give me the...
This lady came in and she said something about her pizza being wrong. And we f***ed up on it and stuff. Well, they went back there and told me, and I was like, no way, she's a liar. I said, but we'll make her another one. The pizza's in the oven. We made her another one. And she kept on, and then, I walked out, I got something to drink. And she told me, yeah, I'm talking to you. And I said, okay. And I kept walking. And she said, I'll call my husband in right now. And I said, call whoever you want. And I kept walking. And at that time, her husband walked in around here. And I was in the dish room. He went back there. And he told me, don't talk to my wife like that again. This is Spaniel. We're the old veteranos. And I was like, dude, I didn't tell her nothing. I was back there. I never told her anything. I said, leave. You need to...
Nah, I don't trust this guy. I'm pretty sure obviously she's lying because of the title, but this guy just sounds so chill. Like, he just seems like your everyday, like he's been working the same job 9 to 5 every day for the last 30 years of his life, okay? And he just doesn't need this issue.
You're gonna get arrested. This is place of business. And at that time, they started fighting up here. I don't know what happened up here.
Who was fighting?
Madeja, she's 15, and his wife. She had one arm.
Okay, and you don't know what escalated onto that, how that started?
I was back there. I heard it coming.
You were back there with the husband, trying to
The
tell
husband
him to
heard
get
it
out of here.
too. He ran over here. He grabbed Madeja by the throat and the arm, and he threw her over this table's right here on the floor.
Okay.
She's my stepdaughter.
Okay.
I said, no, mother. And I grabbed him from his shirt, and I pulled him off and threw him in the corner right there. And at that time, he tried to get me in a headlock, punching me and stuff. I punched him. We fought a little bit there. His wife jumped on my back. Madeja pulled her off. We fought around here.
So the girl out there jumped on your back because you guys were tussling in the corner. And then that's when Deja or Tasia? Madeja
She grabbed
grabs the
her and pulled
lady.
her off from me.
Okay.
And then the husband kept coming. We fought here a little bit more. And I backed up the whole way down there all the way. And I said, leave, bro, leave. Look at your face already. I said, get the f*** out of here. They called the cops. You guys need to leave. He left. The wife stayed out here talking to Madeja the whole time.
So after you and him are still tussling down here, you said leave. He finally leaves. The girl, the wife out there,
She was right here by this
still arguing with Madeja. And
her and the other girl were holding her back, and she was yelling at Madeja.
I mean, people, man. I mean, why would you even do this? Like, what motivates you to be like, just start fighting like your average 9 to 5 worker? Like, they got your order wrong. They were willing to fix it. They said you were lying. I mean, who knows? Maybe you did mess up. You know? Like, maybe you did, and you just didn't notice. But they're still willing to fix it, so why are you complaining? Just like, get your food. But instead, you, like, call your husband to fight him, which is absurd. And then them trying to jump him, and then fighting a 14-year-old. I mean, is there really nothing better to do with your life than fighting 9 to 5 workers and a 14-year-old?
You and Madeja's like, I'm 15. What the f is wrong with you? Like, she hit a minor, for nothing, for a pizza.
Yep.
It was stupid, and we made a whole pizza for her for, like, it was stupid,
can you call Madeja over here?
Yeah.
So I can talk to her.
Yeah, she's a minor. Her mom will be on her way.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
fine.
I can't get it to rewind. But basically what happened is the customer came in, they had got into it, this lady was upset about her order. She said that he said something, whatever. He was back there washing dishes. Customer, she was arguing. I told her I'll fix it. Okay. Her husband started walking back there. So I ran back there to try to stop him. We was arguing with him. And then when I was back there, they started fighting up here. So then I ran back up there. They both came running behind me. Then they all started fighting. And then I went outside and called the police.
Okay. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Obviously, there's a lot of people involved. People outside, managers, stuff like that. Can you tell me what you saw?
Okay, so let me tell you from the beginning. I just delivered a pizza to her just maybe like 5 minutes prior before she walked in.
At her residence?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she came back in and I was like, oh, you're just want to deliver the pizza to? She's like, yeah. She's like, these wings were supposed to be buffalo and the pizza I messed up on my fault. So I told him in the back and the guy kind of got upset. He was like, oh, well, she's wrong. So she got upset by that. She's like, I want his name and I want somebody I can talk to about his name. Well, she called her boyfriend and she told her boyfriend to come over here. After that, we were trying to fix her order. We were doing everything to, fix everything. I saw some guy walk back here and I'm like,
who's that?
This is only my second day. I didn't know if he worked here or what. But when I saw he was walking like that, we were like, no, you can't be back there. And then the other guy came. Well, no, they were fighting back there and she was telling her you can't, don't be calling your husband here. We're already fixing it.
Who was telling that?
Her.
The redhead or the other one?
The other one.
Okay.
So the girl started yelling at her and she started walking up to the
back register?
Yeah, to the back register. And she grabbed her by the hand and they started fighting. And me and the redheads tried to pull him away.
Okay.
The boyfriend had grabbed the younger one, not the redhead. It started again. He had pulled him because he had punched her and put him in the corner. And then the girl went at it again because her boyfriend was losing and she went after her again.
Who you talking about?
My husband.
Okay. Right now you're going under arrest for battery and child.
Yeah, girl, your attack is 14 years old.
Can you feel my fingers in between?
That's fine.
That's fine for her to attack me?
Listen, I gave you every opportunity. You told me it's you. There's 5 other people that have a consistent story.
Did you guys watch the video?
It's waiting for it, but I have everybody saying so.
How does that work? How does that work if a minor attacks me and I attack back? Is it wrong? Legally speaking, can you defend yourself against a minor? Yes, adults have a legal right to use force in self-defense against an attack by a minor. However, the force used must be reasonable and proportional to the threat. Okay. I don't know. I think she's lying. Maybe she's telling the truth. I just I don't know. I mean, there's no reason to be that upset over a messed up pizza. I mean, I don't want to break it to you, but it is not that deep.
I just don't arrest people because I arrest people because I'm taking everybody's word. Okay? You're not helping. Chris is not coming, so he's gonna have to. He has a good job and he's worried about it. Well, guess what? He screwed that up. Okay.
Now he's about to get a warrant.
Now he's gonna get a warrant for the same thing you're getting. Okay? No more questions. Let's go.
You guys don't have a video, but you're arresting me? For what?
For what?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I didn't do anything. She was the one that hit me first.
I'll explain further. Hold on. Denisha. You have any injuries?
No. Well, my forehead hurts a little bit, but I'm icing it.
Okay. Do you have any? Can I see your neck? Anything on your hands?
No, she's not.
And you said your mom's on your way? Okay.
She'll be right here.
All right.
She would have been faster if my grandma wasn't coming to be nosy.
Okay. So just because you are a minor and your mom is your guardian, I can't talk to you without her approval. Then obviously you could talk to me about what happened.
Okay.
She is. I just arrested her, so she's being arrested for child abuse and battery because you are a minor. The guy, I'm getting a little bit. They're giving me a lot of. I don't know.
Threw on the floor.
Yeah, that's why my
We're gonna write a warrant for him, but she's not telling us where he's at and not telling us information.
he
So
took off.
Yeah, he took off in that gray truck. Took off from right
Hey, Grams knows all about it. Grams knows all about it, bruh. Yo, Grams is locked. Graham knows. Graham knows her stuff, man.
so
Grams might be nosy, but she locked in like that, man.
So his stuff is coming for her for just the initial battery on you, and you guys fighting out here for what everybody had said. The male, the husband or whatever, that is gonna come later down the road once I can identify where he's at, where he is, and what. Yeah, we have her address. I guess you guys did the delivery, as you said. But right now, so I'll just wait till your mom gets here so I can talk to you further. Okay, obviously this is not changing. You are going to jail. Okay, Now I need to identify who your husband is, okay? Remember I told you, it's gonna make it worse for him than him to come clean and try to figure this stuff out. If I have to start hunting and start looking for people, that's when things get worse and it looks worse for them. Okay.
It's a good job. So I'm gonna guess and say he works at the labs, right? You know how easy it is for me to call Los Alamos National Labs Monday morning and find out who he is and make a really big stink about this?
And that's probably what's gonna end up happening, because I just tried talking to him on your phone. He hung up because he knows that we're here. Okay, now you're taking the fall for it, for what he did and everything like that. Yes, we're getting surveillance, and that surveillance will show. But I have 5 people in there that told me the same exact story that you and that female were fighting. Okay, what your husband did is a whole different story. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you as the arresting officer, and I'm gonna be dealing with you.
Either the husband is just super scared of the police, and he knows he did something wrong, or I would go as far as to say maybe like, maybe like he's just like, maybe he has a criminal history. That's another thing I was thinking. Maybe he has some form of like criminal history and he doesn't want to be getting charged again. Says he has a big job, so he's probably really scared about that. But I feel like running only makes that worse. I feel like that's pretty common knowledge. I don't know why I would go there, but I can't be one to judge.
I need your husband's information. Is it Chris or Christopher? And what's his last name? How are you married to him and you don't know? And this is where. Okay, so what's his last name?
I can't. Can I talk to him and try to get him over here?
I gave you that opportunity a long time ago.
I've been trying.
And now it's just looking worse, because now he's tacking on different charges for him evading us like this. So now you can also.
No, she's gotta tell him, bro. Like, why wouldn't you tell him? Especially because her charges would be a lot lighter based on what I heard. Because based on the stories, okay, because you don't have surveillance camera yet, she did not assault a minor. She just. I mean, maybe you could argue she verbally assaulted the minor, but I feel like that's. I don't know. That's up to opinion. I don't really care about that. More so, she assaulted a grown man. Which is, I feel like, a lot lighter charge than assaulting a minor. Like, assaulting a grown man, I would imagine is only like 1 to 3 years, depending on how you do it. Assaulting a minor is probably like a much longer time in prison.
Get obstruction charging because you're now not telling me what you know. Now you're obstructing with this investigation, so now you're just making you're going to jail right now for child abuse and battery.
Oh, she's going to jail for child abuse. Okay, that's my bad.
And you want to start tacking on obstruction because all you need to give me is a name and a birthday so I can identify who this person is. Who is your husband or boyfriend?
He's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend. Okay, we're starting somewhere. What's his first name? Okay, what is Christopher's last name?
Gallegos.
Christopher Gallegos. Okay, so thank you for that. You know, that I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I can't overturn anything that's going on, but I just want you to understand that your fight with the little girl there, I say little girl because she's under the age of 18, so that's why everything probably unfolded. But the fight that you had, that's all you're being charged with, is fighting her. The reason why it's child abuse is because she's under the age of 18, and there's certain
Is she gonna get charged for anything? Because she did hit me first.
So, and that's where court comes into effect as far as, okay? But right now, you are the adult. Hello. Are you? Okay, can I talk to you?
Yes, please.
So after they were fighting her other.
She seems relatively understanding. Like once she locked in, I don't know. You think the girl hit her first? It wouldn't surprise me if the girl hit her first. I do still think that it is immature of the woman to attack back. Because I think the little girl might have hit her first, but I don't think she kept swinging. I think that's totally unlikely. I don't know if I really believe that the little girl hit her first. I don't know, but definitely though, it is still the adult's fault in some manner because you should know better than that than to hit a young lady like that. I mean, all you gotta do is call the police and say like, yeah, this 14-year-old punched me. Yeah.
Two co-workers tried separating the two. Once they were trying to separate the two, that's when Constance and this other gentleman started fighting physically. When she came out, she saw that the other dude's husband saw the wife on top of her, or she was on top of the wife. So the male grabs her.
So he also touched her.
Yeah.
On my neck, he threw me down by my neck is what everyone was telling me. So
Well, I want charges pressed on him as well.
What I'm doing now is she is being arrested, the female. She's in the back of my car. She's being arrested for child abuse and battery. Okay? That's because she's here.
Good.
And reason why I followed.
I'm not even allowed to hit my daughter when she's talking back to me, much less some damn stranger putting their hands on my child.
Yes, and that's
No.
and that's a no tolerance for us. We see it that way as well, even if it is a messed up order. It shouldn't be do that.
Yeah,
she's
no.
and she's the adult, so she should know better and to cause a scene. Now the male, if I'm able to identify him, now he is gonna have a.
Well, it's her husband. Why isn't she giving up the
Trust
name?
me, it's a lot of people.
He was a detective, so he has a lot of experience. He found out who he was pretty quick.
So
Very quickly, he found out who he was.
So she's very loyal. She didn't want to tell us her name, the guy's name. We found out by getting it our way. So he is also going to face the same charges. Obviously, he's not here, but there's paperwork called a warrant that I'm going to draft by tomorrow, and I can make phone calls to locate him, or we'll do it ourselves if he's local. So he's also going to face the same charges, okay?
And they're banned from pizza night because I'm a manager here as well, right?
Okay.
I do not want him here again.
Yeah. So now that I have her, I'll have a trespass order, and I'll bring you the thing. So that's basically what's going on as of today, from start to finish.
And I was in the back and they were.
I feel like we don't really need to let the door yap. I just want to hear about what they got charged with. Man, she'd be up for like an hour. Wow. Just talking.
Stuff, and that's my next step.
And show him your neck.
Okay.
Good.
Yes. Do you guys have any questions for us before I head out of here and take her?
Just will I get notified when she's going to court? Because I do want me and my daughter.
Yeah. So usually what happens is she'll get arraigned. He'll get arraigned. Being that she is a victim as well as you. The district attorney's office, when they're going to do a preliminary hearing, is basically how they do it in court now. Is I'll get called, you get called, you get called, and you guys are kind of like it's in a sense testify to what had happened, basically what you told me, and then I will testify of that. Yeah, everything you told me was accurate.
Okay.
So usually they will call you. I do have all your phone numbers, and the DAs will call you, and they'll actually subpoena you into court as well.
Awesome.
Just so you guys can go and
Yeah.
thank you. And I'll check tomorrow. I work tomorrow. About the surveillance, and I'll bring.
Between 7 and 8 p.m. and it's camera 15. So
Okay, perfect.
I'll text him and let him know. And,
Perfect. Then but I'll come check in tomorrow to follow up.
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
The woman was arrested and charged with intentional CA and battery.
Wow, that is just. I mean, you know, people really do be doing anything but thinking. You know? Like, anything but thinking, man. I mean, if we could just use our heads, man, for, like, I don't even know, like 6 seconds, man. Just take a breather. I mean, have we just, like, lost the ability to just, like self-control? Because, I mean, come on. Can't even just, like, I don't know, it's just like some loser activity, man. It's honestly just kind of like pathetic, you know? I mean, like, just come on. Like, nothing is ever that deep, you know? Like, it is not that deep. It'll never be that deep, okay? It is not that deep. It is not that, it's not that serious. It's just not. And a minor too at that. I mean, just wow. A minor. I just think that's insane. A minor, man. Like, wow. Just crazy. I mean, people these days just be doing whatever, I guess.